Hello everyone and welcome once again to this video. So in this video we are going to be building a Streamlit app. In the previous video we built a simple machine learning model, and then now we want to build a Streamlit app to be able to deploy and for everyone to be able to interact with this model. So just follow along and then let's see how we get that done. So this is our model that we have put into a Pickle file. We are now going to create a new file. Where do I do? Yeah, this is it. We create a new file and we are going to call that file. Oh no. Okay, we are going to call that file streamlit.py. So in this file, we want to first of all import libraries. Let us first of all import libraries, and we want to import pandas as PD. Import numpy as np, and then we want one very important library that we also need is Streamlit. Let us also import Streamlit as st. We then also want to import Pickle. We are going to need our model here, so we're going to import Pickle. So this is good. We've imported libraries. Now let us build a simple Streamlit app. Build a simple Streamlit app. What we need from our app is basically two things. So remember we build our data on the height and the sex. So what we need for our app to be able to get from our users is basically the height and the sex. So let us start with getting first of all the height, for example. And how we want to do this is basically to use, let's go to the scikit-learn documentation. Here in Streamlit, we can get number input here. Here is it, number input, and if we check this documentation, take some time. Okay, now it's here. We see if we want to get a number, we can easily just have this form and then insert number. So I'm just going to copy this because it's what I need. And we're going to take this away and let us now have it. So number Streamlit, we want to tell the people to give us their height, and we want to also type the number back. So let us call this height. Let's call this height. This is good for us. And st.write, the current number is okay. The height given, we're going to call this is what it's going to print out. The height given is height. Okay, the second thing we want to get is the sex, and we can basically do this with a I believe with a select box. With a select box we can also look for that here. Streamlit select box. I already said for it before. Okay, good. Here's it, select box. And here as well we can Streamlit select. Okay, this is select box, and we can basically just copy all of this, I believe, and then use it because that's exactly what we need. So sex, we're gonna call this not option, we're gonna call this select, and then we want to say how would you be contacted, sex. And then remember in the data we only have male and female, so we're going to use just that. We're going to call this female, and this is a string, and then we're going to call this male, and we're going to change this to sex. Then we need a last button, a button where once the user fills this in, they press that button and then it goes predict. So that's what we need to do. We then need a predict button. I'm going to just make this as easy as possible. We can make it fancy later with adding some banners, making it nice and beautiful. But for now, let's just keep it basic. So here what we need is like a checkbox. We need a checkbox. And on that checkbox, we want to write predict on that checkbox. Let's just make this capital P, predict. So after that, we then need to say, so if the user clicks, let's see how this looks like first of all. So we can basically check that by running in our terminal. How to see how this looks like. Yes, so this is how our app looks like for now. So your user can basically give their height, they can type in, let's say 100, and this is it, and they can select male, female, and they can click a predict. But this is what we need. Maybe later in the future I can put it like a banner here to just make it nice, but yeah, we don't have to do all of that now. So we click a predict button, nothing happens for now because we have not connected our app yet. So let's now connect our app to this. We take our app away for now. We have not connected our model, sorry. So now connect model. First of all, let us load in our model using Pickle. So load in model, we're gonna load in model here. And then we remember earlier we found a place where we can unload our model. I think I found the code somewhere. I'm just going to use that again. Okay, so here is it. We can easily just load our model again. We saved it in a previous file and we just want to load it again. So now we're going to use pickle.load. Remember that our file name is model.pickle. So let us state file name equals model.pickle pkl. This is going to be a string because that's the address where our model is, and then our file name is now correct. And no, we don't need all of this as well for now. We don't need as well for now. So our model is now called loaded model. We can call it loaded model to just distinguish. We then want to say that when the user clicks the predict button, a model take the data that they've given you and make a prediction. So we will say if predict button. We'll say if predict button. If predict button. Then, if this is true, then take our model, loaded model dot predict. Let's see if that works. And we say predict. I think we have to put this into a list. I'm not sure, but let's see if that works. The first thing we used here was what was height and sex number. And okay, yeah, so we first of all need to translate this to, we need to change every time. So here we have sex number male, sex number 1 is male, sex number 2 is female. So we need to put this also in the way our model is going to understand it. And we have to find a way to say change male to female, change male to 1 and female to 2. How do we do that? So first of all, we're going to say what is the first column here? I'm going to do that later. Height and then sex number. So we're going to say this is height and sex number. And then we want to then do that. We want to then say st.write, basically print out that the predicted height, the predicted shoe size is the predicted shoe size from what we've done is whatever our loaded model has predicted. So we're going to call this result equals, and then is, we can just put in this here, and dot format. I think we have to put the format outside. Dot format is results. Yeah, and so that's good. So now the only thing we have to settle now is the sex number. So sex number, we have to do a mapping equals do we do like an if clause? If sex is male, then sex number equals 1, else equals 2. We can also maybe do like that. We can normally, if you want to do this in a more sophisticated way, it will be for you to write like use an encoder, maybe like a label encoder and the likes, but this is just 1 and 2, so I can think of what best way. So if sex equals male, if sex equals male, then sex number equals 1. I think this is supposed to be 2, else let's just use this. This is easy. Sex number is 2 because we know that it is either one of the two anyway. So let's check this, it just works. We save it, and now let me bring back our app. we can rerun this now and see nothing has changed, of course, because okay, expected a 2D array, got a 1D array this 102. Reshape your data using this if your data has a single feature. I think it's the problem of us having to use the lists. What if I put this into a double list? Does it work? Does it change anything? Okay, yeah, this is working. Good. So I put that into a double list, and then this is our shoe size predict. So you see the predicted shoe size is 26.888. Not so nice. We can make it fancy, we can make it big, we can make it nice printed, but first of all, the first thing we have to first of all settle is that this is supposed to be a number. So this is 26.88. What we can do is to basically put this as always an integer. So we can say that format, this is format result integer of results. If we do that, we can save this. If we do that, we can check our app again. We rerun, and now our app is not 26. Before it was 26.88, right? We can probably also do like a ceiling function where we say, okay, you round up or you round down. It really depends on however way you feel like. But right now we're fine. Our app works. We can then one other thing that I added that made it a little bit nicer the other time that I worked on it was to add like a backend to this. So I then asked the user, is this correct? Is this not correct? For example, we could easily just do this and say that, okay, when this is done, we want to then, after this, we want to then ask the user, feedback, give feedback. Give feedback, and then we say we say, okay, let's use another select box, okay, and then let's call this feedback equals xt.selectBox, xt.selectBox, and in that xt.selectBox we then say we then say right or wrong. That's what we want. We want to say, is the prediction right or wrong? Is our prediction right or wrong? And we this is just a step further, and then we say the options are right or the options are wrong, and then we have to put this into a string, and then we close this, and then we say we can thank the user, maybe print st.write whatever they've said. Thank you for trying that out. Thank you for trying out our app. And then now you can also make it nice, like add a picture, add a GIF or something to that. And then if you check out our app now, we rerun this. Okay, Streamlit has no attribute, right? This is supposed to be a small letter. And then we save this, and then we bring back our app, and then let us rerun this. See now, so the user can actually tell us is it right or wrong. Of course, this is just, I'm just typing this. If we want to make it nicer, for example, we can look for how do we add a banner to Streamlit App. Add an image. Oh, this is nice. Add an image at the top. We can also add this header, for example, and right here like a name for our app. So we can say st.header, and then just put here shoe. This is going to be like a big one in front. Shoe size predictor app. Okay. So where is our, okay, yeah, see it. So this is my second page. Add an image. Let's see, it says here we can, the banner, we can customize this. Maybe we have to copy this person's code. You might want to Selected an image is the position of the, this is my second page. This guy says we can do this. Banner.image with object fit cover. We take this premium image and v1 title right, okay, sidebar, subheader. Let's copy all of this and see how that works on our app. I mean, we just test it and then we test it and then we see exactly this is our app for now. And let us see. Okay, so this is already a name that we give to our app, and then now we just want to add an image at the top of our app. So let us put that code that we just copied somewhere here. We probably don't need all this header, sidebar content. We don't need all of this sidebar subheading. Let's leave this sub. I want to write main content. No, I don't need all of this. So what I'm much more interested in is just this banner, to just make it a little bit nice and also to show that you can actually do that. So we come back to our app and let us add an image at the top. Okay, let's see how this works. Oh, okay. Set page.config can only be called once per app and must be called as the first Streamlit command in your script. Okay, so I think we need to put this page.config before we do this, actually. Before we do this, and this is also not needed actually. So let's save this and let us now go to our app again and we will rerun this. Let's see. Oh, now we have a, and then we also have a subheading. We can type something here and then we can change this image actually. I mean, you can just put any image you feel like putting there, and our app looks really nice. So we predict and we see, you can say this is your shoe size. If you type 150 and you say you're female, predict. So of course you then have to maybe also put some clarifications to say that this is in meters or in centimeters, depending on whatever you want to do. So, and instead of having to do this, we can also add a GIF, I think. Well, that's what I did the last time. This has been 4 years, so let's see if we can add a GIF. Add a, oh, this is in capital letter. Add a GIF to Streamlit. Aha, so add an animated GIF. Add how to show a logo GIF. Okay, this is the GIF. I want to show a GIF in Streamlit PNG to GIF, but still does not work. So this is it. You do a markdown and then you put the link of the GIF. So let's copy this and let's put our GIF here. Instead of having to say thank you, we are going to put a GIF that says thank you. We can take Streamlit out again because we don't need to load that again. We can probably put this on top of this, and then this is our GIF now. And yeah, I'm just gonna reload this. Let's see how this looks like. And now, oh yeah, this is nice. So makes sense. You can change the GIF to whatever you feel like doing. I mean, now it just makes it a little bit nice. So someone comes here, puts in their height, their sex, and then they click predict. And yeah, now talking about this prediction, right or wrong, and what we can do here is to basically attach like a what's it called? We attach like a Google Sheet, and then we write the predictions of this right or wrong. We write all of the details of this app into that Google Sheet. So every time someone comes in there, they just basically get their data written in there. I can also show maybe in a future video how you can simply connect your app. You can simply connect Python to like Google Sheet. It's actually very easy. You can do that and get the result from height, sex, and predictions, and then also if the prediction is right or wrong. In fact, in the last one, what I did was, if the prediction was wrong, I told the user to tell me what was right or what was the right answer. So I then collected that data and then used it to train a new model, which is actually what we are using to build this model right now. So this is like, if you do this for a job, this is really like a good thing to do, because with this you've shown me that you can actually do something. You're not just telling me you can do it, but you're showing me that you can do it. So if you come to like an interview and I see this kind of app, of course much more better than this. These subset headings are filled out, sidebar is filled up, and I would be very curious to just know what made you do this, and then we have a good conversation out of it, and you would be at a better position to actually do it. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you. So now we have the app. The app is basically running on my computer locally. We then want to publish it to the internet so that we have a link. We can put the link in our CV and everybody can actually interact with the app. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how do you then deploy your Streamlit app on the web. It's going to be very short, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.